On the surface, he was just a janitor, but behind closed doors, he was a twisted serial killer who specifically targeted women. Then an accident caused the hunter and the prey to switch places. One of the women he targeted gave him a brutal makeshift castration with a pair of pliers. Joe's tools were completely gone, and if the woman from last night handed them over to the police, prison would be waiting for him. But Joe couldn't worry about that right now. He needed to treat his injuries as quickly as possible, so he turned to Sally, the woman who secretly adored him, for help. When Sally arrived at Joe's apartment and saw the extent of his injuries, she was horrified. She immediately tried to call an ambulance, but Joe stopped her, begging her not to tell anyone. Seeing how weak he looked, Sally didn't think too much about it. She cleaned and stitched up his wounds, and even helped tidy up his apartment. While cleaning, she noticed newspaper clippings about a serial killer stuck to the refrigerator, and a pile of photos of women on the living room table. She instantly recognized them as victims of the serial killer. None of this made any sense in a normal home, but Joe was the man she loved. After leaving behind a family heirloom necklace, she quietly left. 2 days later, Joe finally woke up. His memory was foggy and he couldn't remember how he got home. It wasn't until he noticed the catheter bag attached to him that he realized the castration had actually happened, but he still couldn't remember who had treated his wounds. Only after seeing how clean and organized the apartment was did he realize Sally had been there. The neatly arranged folders on the table made it obvious that Sally had already seen what was inside. Afraid she might go to the police, Joe painfully yanked out the catheter tube and prepared to flee. But just as he reached the door, someone knocked. Seeing the empty weapon case and the windows welded shut, Joe realized he had no way out. He opened the door, only to find a square-shaped package sitting on the floor. Inside was a cell phone, the lock-picking tools he had used before. It had to have been sent by Melissa, the woman who castrated him. But Joe couldn't figure out what she wanted. The one reassuring thing was that Melissa hadn't gone to the police yet, meaning there was still room to maneuver. Ignoring the pain, he rushed to the police station to test the waters with Sally. Unfortunately, Joe learned from the sheriff that Sally's father had fallen ill, so he headed to Sally's house instead. Just as he was about to pick the lock, he heard Sally returning home. Forced to change plans on the spot, he pulled a knife from the box and walked up to knock on the door. Sally didn't notice anything unusual about him at all. Instead, she showed concern for his condition. Once inside, Joe revealed the knife hidden at his waist, planning to kill Sally right there in the house. But not only did Sally have no suspicion whatsoever, she even offered to help him track down the person who had hurt him.